right. We got a lot going on. So let's start this over here. And then smile. Oh, it already took it. Damn it.
Oh.
Hold on. Babe, can you be... Babe, come. I look fat. No. Hold on. Okay.
You're sitting up too close. I'm sitting further away.
Okay. This is typical. So, okay, welcome to TakeTew. No, what we're doing is we're trying to go live on YouTube, and we're also going live on Instagram. So let's start. But we are back with our podcast, and the reason why we're going live on Instagram is so that we can have questions or be interacting.
Right.
Interactive. Engage.
I can't. Engaging our audience?
Engaging our audience, yes. Yeah, you got to be in this one. So,
wow.
I'm just, because that one's wider and this one. Okay, anyway. So, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on that usually is not going on when we're doing our podcast. So, I think for Instagram, we should wait for a few people before we start going into, the thing is showing right here. Before we start going into your topic.
So maybe we should run through an update.
Yes. Well, we just put a podcast up on Saturday.
Right.
So not really much has changed.
Mm-hmm.
But for people out there, YouTube, Instagram, people out there who have a teenager,
right,
have gone through the preteen phase, we need your help. Because our son...
We need your help?
Yes, we need your help. No, he's never had a preteen.
I'm a guy.
And even though what? So?
So I think like a guy.
Okay, but it's different when you have gone through that experience and when you are raising... I used to be a teenager too, and a preteen.
You were a teenage and preteen girl.
But I still did crazy things too.
Very different from what a guy would do.
Anyway, and it's not an issue, but it's just like, you know what? He's already like skating on ice this thin.
It's 9:00. I was here when I told you I'd be here.
Anywho.
I'm here to.
So our, you here to what? Oh, hey, Mike. Mike's here. Say hey, Mike.
I don't know Mike.
You do know Mike from the gym. Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Mike. I'm still waiting, Mike. Hey, I'm still waiting to get some tea from you that, you never gave. You know what I'm talking about? So.
Oh, Mike got to come off the info.
Yeah, he needs to come off the tea.
Come on, man.
But we have a preteen who now all of a sudden he remembers you.
See, you got to say Mike,
right?
Because I know about
I just said,
4 or 5 different Mikes.
Yeah, he remembers you, Mike. Mike, what are you doing? What are you up to? He said, damn, you don't remember him?
The last time I left Mike, me and Mike had a great conversation outside. But I think Mike was very relaxed at the time and had a hard time finding his car.
Oh. I remember that vaguely.
That was the last time me and Mike, that was the last time we saw each other.
Yeah,
I was like, this dude.
I miss Mike in our moments together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Congrats, y'all. I'm Still there.
I think still at LA Fitness.
LA Fitness.
He said, "Stop lying." You couldn't. I remember because Aaron came in, and he was like, "Of course you don't. You were relaxed."
Yeah, he was real relaxed.
Aaron came in, and he was like, "Mike can't find his car."
I don't think Mike can find his car.
Right. So, yeah. You need to hit me up, Mike. You need to slide into the DMs because I need to know the tea.
The info.
About
what?
But, yeah, so what I was saying was we have this preteen who now all of a sudden wants to go outside. And now, mind you, there's nothing wrong with going outside. There's nothing wrong with going outside. But mind you, we have a preteen who is preoccupied with his cell phone and preoccupied with Xbox.
Yeah.
And so for him to say, "Oh, I'm going to go outside and go for a jog." And then today it was, "Oh, I'm going to go outside with some friends and go over to Papa John's." And
all
whatever.
kind of red flags.
Oh, yeah, all kind of red flags. So we're like, what's going on? What's really good? But, you know, I'm going to give it a little bit of time, feel it out a little bit, and see what's going on. But I just think it's really weird. And him and I have always had a relationship where he's been able to, like, tell me anything. So I don't feel like he's lying to me. But...
Kiss that goodbye. This is my hypothesis, is that as he gets older, there's going to be a shift. And he's going to become less in touch with you and more in touch with me. I feel like that's how it's going to go. I hate to break it to you.
So what you're trying to imply is
insinuate.
Insinuate is that me and my son are no longer going to have a relationship like this.
Not like this.
It's going to be like this?
Y'all going to be like that. Not like that.
Mike said let him get his feet wet. I need to let him come hang out with you, Mike.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
You're going to be in all kinds of trouble.
Let him get his feet wet. I can't.
But we haven't been up to anything, Mike. Nothing's really new. He said it's over. I know. He's like, for real.
Little boy phase. He's trying to figure out manhood.
Yeah, the little boy's phase is gone. Yeah. Oh,
you don't want to do that now.
Oh, no. Why?
Oh, Lord.
No.
I'm wild. Man, I call it like it is, man. I don't know. He doing all right, though. He'll be all right.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'm just, like, trying to figure out if anybody else is going through that with, you know, or went through that with their
adolescents.
Yeah, their preteens. He said he sees the workouts. Mike, are you working out again? Are you back in the... Well, yeah, are you back on your workouts? Mike tripped me out because one day I was on his Instagram story and he was... it was a young lady he was training. And I was like, are you a trainer now? You a trainer.
Oh, my God. Way to go, Mike.
Mm-hmm. We need to go up and see Mike. Everybody on live, go see Mike at LA Fitness.
Holla at him.
Upper Marlboro.
Get that membership
through him. Give him the word of the day.
The word of the day.
The word of today. What's the word of the day, baby?
Perseverance.
The word of the day is punctuality. Because somebody was not punctual to this live. To this podcast. You want to tell them all about it, dear? He said...
It was 9 o'clock.
He said, do I have time to shave my head and my face and take a shower?
Yeah.
And I said, of course you do. You have time. But I wasn't taking into account that he was going to be watching the Three Stooges, and all I hear in the bedroom is and then he decides at the last minute, when he knows that we're supposed to be starting this at 9 o'clock, he waits till the last minute to get in the shower and do what he needs to do. He do look smooth, though.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up, man, you know.
Hey, Chauncey.
Who is Chauncey?
He was in, went to Glen Park. He was in ROTC with us.
This is probably another person who's not going to remember me from Glen Park.
Chauncey, do you remember Aaron? Tell him you remember him.
He does.
He does remember you. I know for a fact he remembers.
Does he live
you.
in Maryland?
Not anymore.
Does he live anywhere on the East Coast?
Yes.
I'm willing to bet money.
Chauncey, tell him you remember who he is. He remembers you.
No.
Yes. Okay, he said, what's up? What's up, Chauncey? Tell Aaron you remember who he is.
What's Chauncey's real name?
His real name is Chauncey. Chauncey Alloway. I'm sure if I showed you a picture, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put your government all out there. I mean, but it is your oh, he said vaguely remember.
Yeah, see, that doesn't count. I win.
He doesn't, Mike. He keeps to himself.
You right, Mike. Mike called it. Wait a minute. Let's backtrack. If Chauncey was with you in ROTC, right?
Please don't start no mess.
I'm not starting nothing.
No mess. Okay.
Nor am I here to speak ill of the dead.
Oh my God.
What I am here to say is that because I was only at Gwen Park for half a day in 11th grade and half a day in 12th, because I was on work release, and the fact that I didn't hardly mess with any extracurricular activities, Chauncey don't know who I am.
Okay.
Just like everyone else.
Oh my God.
I could go to the 20-year, 30-year. They're not going to have... Who is this guy?
Babe, you need to stop.
Can you bring me a drink, sir? No, I'm here.
They're going to treat you like you're a servant.
We went to school with each other. They don't think I'm working.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like you said, you have an excuse. You were at school half the day on... Work release. Half the day on...
Mike said he got off in more ways than one.
I'm dead. You need to cut it out.
Yeah, Chauncey. Cut it out. I can't. Who is 12 reloaded? And why are you reloading?
I think the 12 is supposed to be an R for reloaded. Like, you can't be talking to the people that are coming, that are, like, stepping in and... Anyway, what is your topic this evening, sir? Because we're getting all off.
All right.
We're getting all off subject.
So it is my turn to come up with a topic.
Yes, it is.
And seeing as this is the relationship...
Oh, Lord. Podcast.
This is the relationship podcast. Mm-hmm. And Mike is patiently waiting for the word of the day. Oh, that's my man, PFC Marshall. Shout out to the police department. I won't say what city because I want to keep things
under wraps.
Yeah, but that's my main app scrap. Anyway, he's a officer of the law. But
you about to scare Mike off.
Right. Mike, don't be too relaxed when you see Officer Marshall rolling around.
But no, you didn't tell him who he is to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So that's my brother-in-law. He's married to my sister. Great guy. So this is the relationship podcast. So tonight, and because we're going live for the first time,
he said, "Don't do me like that."
Just don't go through his city super relaxed, Mike.
Mm-hmm. You can be relaxed now.
Yeah, and the city you're in, you're fine. But in this one particular city, we'll talk off the camera. I'll get you set up,
offline.
Mike. Offline. So my topic or my question, because we always do that. There won't be anything.
I'm scared.
Too X-rated. I'll say that.
Oh, now you don't want to be. Okay, so
I'll save that for the podcast. I think
we are on the podcast,
but I think it's exclusive.
Episode.
Right?
Okay,
it's got to be exclusive podcast.
Okay.
If y'all want the nasty talk, y'all gotta.
Yeah, because if you've never listened to the podcast before, let me just tell you, you might think he's all angelic. You might be tricked. Like I was tricked.
The only person who said that ever about me was you.
Deceived. Like I was deceived.
Who deceived you?
You deceived me.
Lies and treachery.
He does not have a filter. Number one.
Most people know that about me, though. That's not a surprise to anybody.
Okay. No, but it's like you know that anybody could be listening to this podcast and you're saying things that you probably should not be saying. And now that we're on YouTube Live and Instagram Live, now he wants to have a hey, Lethal.
Oh, baby sister joined in.
See, Mike said you tricked him too. See, Mike, I know.
Tricked him with...
I know.
I can't.
So he tries to, betray this character. Like Portray. Uh-oh, Lisa wants to be in our video. Lisa, you have to behave, okay?
I can't.
Okay, I'm scared. But anyway, so now that we're on these lives, he doesn't want to...
No, I don't think that's...
Now he wants to filter himself.
I don't think that's the thing. I think what I'm saying is we should save that exclusively for the podcast. That's all I'm saying.
Lisa, look. You can't be getting ratchet.
You know what? I'm out here with the white people. We get a yogurt. It's $2 Tuesday.
Wow.
They about to fight out here. Yeah, hit with cars and whatnot. It's a hot ass mess out here. Out with my friends. Yeah, her purpose shirt got stolen by this white guy. It's Tokyo Drifter. Yeah.
Coming live and direct.
Right, from Tallahassee.
She's
at FAMU.
With the evergrainy video.
Right, I think she's gone.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I'm not gone.
Oh. What's going on, Lisa?
Nothing. I'm eating ice cream, but it's melted, but it's froyo. It's pretty good.
So it's yogurt. It's not ice cream.
Aaron, why the fuck you gotta be so...
Oh, watch your mouth, girl. Watch your mouth.
You're allowed 2 F-bombs per video.
Sorry.
Only 2.
Video?
You're only allowed 2.
So you use 1, so you only got 1 more.
We don't. I'm just telling you, like, right now. They're about to fight out here.
Is there any way you can turn a light on, Lethal? All I see is a black screen.
No, sorry.
Are you fully clothed? Are you fully? I see those cheeks.
Oh, there you go.
Who are you talking?
Lisa, don't you have some studying to do?
Who are we supposed to? It's my sister, my brother.
Wow.
Hi.
Hey. If you can't clear this picture up, you're gonna have to go.
All right, Lisa, we're gonna have. Bye.
Oh, Mike trying to holler at Lisa. Lord help.
Oh my God. Mike.
That's a long drive, Mike.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a long
I don't know
drive.
if that juice is worth the squeeze, brother.
Yeah. She's in Florida. She goes to FAMU.
Yeah. So what I was saying was, topic for the night. Let's get down to business, right? Because
oh Lord, here she go. Who's Mikey?
Don't worry. You all right?
We used to work.
You keep
together,
reading your
Lisa.
Bible.
Oh, Lisa, actually, I think she was. Oh my God. I think you saw a picture of Mike and you was all infatuated.
Oh hell.
Lord,
Here we go.
Okay. She probably doesn't remember. But anyway,
all right.
I'm sorry,
So
babe.
let's stick to this because BET Awards is on. People trying to get back to the TV
trying to watch the BET
see Cardi
Awards.
B and
Is she
whoever
on
else.
there?
Cardi B is supposed to be on there tonight. Yeah. And then what's his face is getting an award. What's the syrup guy who skateboards? Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne is supposed
Lisa,
to
all
be
you got to do is click on his profile.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry. You follow your grades and you keep following Christ. And let Mike worry about Mike.
She's gonna go follow him.
I can't. Yeah, Mike, let me know what's going on with Cardi. So here's my thing, right? Mm-hmm. Relationship podcast. We'll stick to business so we can let these people go on about their evening. Question for the night.
Yes.
Question for the podcast.
Yes.
A good indication to me.
I'm scared.
A good indication of a healthy relationship is when you can say...
I'll get back to that in a minute, Lisa. I'm going to let Aaron get his topic out.
You need somebody to pay tuition?
Right.
You
think Mike going to pay some tuition?
That's some good advice? I can't.
Go ahead.
So, I always say a key or a good indication of a healthy relationship is when you can do things better or you can excel and do greater things together than you could do individually.
Separately.
Right. So, in saying that, here's my question for the night. For the couples on the gram and the couples on YouTube, and now for me and you to answer.
And on the podcast.
Yes. If that's a good indication of a healthy relationship, what have you noticed, if anything, that you can do better now that me and you are together? What have you noticed about me and you being together that now you say, you know what, since Aaron's been in my life, now X, Y, and Z, and I couldn't have done that before?
Like, couldn't at all, or was just a little bit harder? Because I don't want to say I couldn't. I mean, I was a single mother for a very long time, so there's a lot I can do by myself.
So I'll answer the question first.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
And then you go.
In other words, you're trying to say I don't understand what he's talking about. But okay.
I'm just laying the foundation.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me lay this beat. So, separately or individually, I feel like destruction was something that was natural to me, right? I feel like that was something I didn't have to work hard at. It's just something that just kind of came with my personality. And I felt like I could, tear things down and break things up. And that was always something that came real natural to me. But what I've noticed about myself since being with you is I have a unique gift of constructing, of building. And I see that start to take fruition at home and on the workplace, in the church we go to. And I see now that I feel like, I don't know if I'm in a more relaxed state or a more supported state, but I feel like, probably both.
Both.
But I feel like I take it and I go, oh, because we are together, now I can achieve greater things because we're working together, or we're together.
Well, I feel like what you couldn't do before I came on the scene with a gangster lean was...
How was that not scripted at all?
What he couldn't do before until I came on the scene was he couldn't, like he said, he couldn't relax. I feel like he felt like, and this is just my opinion, I'm not saying this is anything that he said.
Right.
And I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. But I feel like he felt like he had to do everything alone. And since we've been together, it's more of... he wants to do the gangster lane again. It's more of, I try to make sure that he knows that he doesn't have to do everything by himself. Like,
you're like a hyper supportive spouse, though. Yeah. And I appreciate that about you.
Thank you. High five. I'm going to help you with the kids. I'm going to help you cook. I'm going to help you clean. I'm going to help you make sure that all the bills get paid on time. I'm going to help you with groceries, like making sure we have a list, keeping our schedules, aligned, reminding you of X, Y, Z.
Right.
And I think before you had to do it kind of on your own. Like you had to remember this and remember that on your own.
I feel like I probably definitely had the lion's share.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it was completely you, but the majority was you.
Yeah.
So I think that we help equal and balance each other out.
Okay.
Where you're definitely the yin to my yang. Like where I'm lacking, he picks up. Where he's lacking, I pick up.
Definitely, yeah.
And I don't know. And I also help him like make sure that he does. Hey, Mar. Also make sure.
Who's Mark?
Lamar.
Oh, cousin Lamar.
Yeah.
What's up, partner?
I also, I'm about to get to that, Mike.
Right, thank you, Mike, because at this point, I'm like...
No, hold on.
You've had more than enough time
you do this
to think of an answer.
Anyway, I have my answer. I'm just saying, I want everybody to know the good that I've done Lamar is my cousin, Mike.
He's definitely a guy.
I just want everybody to know the good that I've done. So I feel like I've helped him relax a lot because he's, for the most part, is an uptight person. That's just his personality.
I'm super uptight, but I think I used to internalize stuff so much.
Right.
So now that I have some support and
right. So I definitely help him get that out, let that out, and I also think that I've helped him help achieve his goals, because there were a lot of things that he wanted to do before and he was uncertain about doing them because he felt like he had to play this big role in his family, but because I'm that supportive role, then he has the ability to go and do those things that he wants to do. So what has he helped me with?
Right.
Okay.
Let's answer that question for Mike.
There's a few things for you and Mike because you're so eager to know. The first thing, I think that he's helped me be more responsible when it comes to our bills and things, because it's not just me, it's me and him. And I know that before I took care of my bills, but there was always I can put that off. I can put that off until the next time, or I can be late on that, or I can, whatever. But I know that he will freak out if something is not paid on time. So
I help keep you on task.
So you help keep me on task and keep me more organized financially.
Okay.
So I am the one that takes care of all of the bills, as far as making sure that they get paid when they're supposed to get paid. And I think that's because he's so tight on everything. And I don't mean tight money-wise, but he's so tight on making sure that things are going to get paid because, he's got white people credit over here. He don't want to mess that up.
Black man dick,
and
white man credit.
Stop! See? That's what I'm talking about. So, he makes sure that everything, and I don't want to...
Always late.
I don't want to disappoint him or make him, mad, because it's not just me.
Right,
It's two people now. And so I have to worry about making sure that everything stays good on his part as well as my part. And I think that he's also helped me with, meal prepping and just having a little bit more... energy as far as that is concerned, or making sure that I'm eating right or exercising.
Right.
Hey, Corey said he believes me. Yes, white man credit, and we got a little visitor over here.
No statement about what came before that. So we'll stick with the credit part.
Oh, what you said? A little, yeah, because I'm telling you, off the chain.
If you missed
Excuse me, little boy.
We're not going to repeat.
So yeah. He's helped me.
Tiff is definitely more
expressive. Yes, I am. See, and this is another thing. Let's go back to this, because the past few days, this one over here has been I'm the star of the podcast.
Definitely.
I'm this, I'm that. Now, mind you, before I came on the scene with what? A gangster lean, Mike. But
I feel like
he was not even really on social media like that. Now I can't get him off of it. If we're not talking, he is on the on Facebook.
Thank you, Mike.
He's on Instagram.
I appreciate it.
Don't let Mike hype you, okay?
I think Aaron that's what I do. I give the podcast a little flavor.
So now he,
right?
I'm the type of person when we got together, I was already doing my blog. I wasn't doing the podcast yet. I was already doing YouTube. So I was already being expressive in that type of way. And then now that he got a taste of it, he is just on another level. He thinks,
but that's what you're drawing out of me.
Yes.
Now I'm building.
There you go.
I'm constructing.
Yeah, so
I don't want to tear things down.
And I think he's good at it. He's so great at being on the podcast and when we doing videos.
Who's acceptor?
He's expressive now, but he wasn't before. But Corey said he wants a video on meal prepping.
Oh, we should do that?
I think you should do that, and we should put it on YouTube and put it on the blog.
But you love that he loves it.
Love that. I do love that he loves it, because if he wasn't supportive of this, I don't know. Because this is my thing.
If I was fighting you tooth and nail, you'd be like, man, this dude's job pissing me off.
Yeah. If he
this
was
kid over my shoulder.
If he was
breathing his hot breath.
Why you got to do this? That's because you love us and we love you, Mike. Thank you for...
Thank you.
Watch
yeah.
it. You just trying to see how many
right, and BET
Gangsta-leans we gonna do.
And BET Awards is on.
But yeah, I think if he wasn't supportive, then it'd be a problem.
Right.
Like, cause he'd be like, I ain't doing no damn podcast, and why you got to be doing da. And then it would probably diminish what what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Jalen. Mike's talking to you. He said, "What's up?"
Hello.
I can't. You need to go. This is an adult
word of the day. Hello.
Right. That's his word of the day. But
so wind that up for us as we close into the 30-minute mark.
Right. Yeah.
So now that we've heard both sides, I say that we all say.
Hello.
That's a great indication of a healthy relationship, man. Ask yourself, your spouse, your significant other, whatever you got laying around the house that you're in a relationship with.
Not whatever you got laying around the house,
farmyard animal, or whatever you're into. I think as long as that other person or other thing is bringing the best out in you. Mm-hmm. But ask yourself seriously. Ask yourself in the relationship, what do you all do better?
Bring out of each other.
Right. What do you bring out of each other? Yeah. What do you do better now that you're
together? Because if your significant other doesn't bring anything out in you, then what's the point? Like, you're not. What's the point? You're not bettering. You're not bettering each other, Mike.
Right. Keep it raw.
When we're done this, I'm probably gonna watch a little bit of TV. His bedtime is 10:30, so he has like an hour. So I don't know what he's gonna do. What you gonna do?
If you watching TV, I'm gonna watch you watching TV. I guess.
Oh God!
I'm trying to sneak up through them shorts.
Babe. Now he's showing off. Mike, you done pumped his head up. Now he's showing off.
No, there's no pumping. This is who I am all the time.
No, it's not. You
just said at the beginning of the podcast, I've been deceived.
I have been deceived. But this is like a little extra. Just like
go back and listen to all of our podcasts.
Oh,
this is who I am.
God. See, now he's getting feisty with me.
30 minutes. Let's wind this up. Officer Marshall knows what that is, but I think he's left already. He's back on duty.
You're dumb. Anyway, yes. So that was a good topic. High five.
Word.
High five. So for people who have been listening to our podcast, we are officially into the 3rd season.
Yeah.
So I guess this would be episode 1 of that, or like trailer into it, because it seems like this upcoming season is going to be off the chain because Mr. Over Here.
Flavor.
He puts the flavor. Salt Bay. So yeah. And this was fun doing this live. Maybe we should do this like every couple episodes.
There you go.
Or like once
quarterly.
A month. Yeah. When the BET Awards aren't on. Because I didn't even know. I don't watch the BET Awards. Because sometimes it'd be a little too ratchet for me.
We'll wait till the CMAs are on.
I don't watch the CMAs.
No, nobody does.
Oh, so that was your point. That's another. That's another thing.
Dang.
It makes me feel like I'm stupid. Like
how?
Because I'm a very intelligent. I'm a very intelligent woman, but sometimes he says stuff and I don't get how he's saying it or what he's saying, and so when it clicks, he's always like, "It's over my head." And he makes that face and he does what he just did. But in my defense, he has a sense of humor, but sometimes his sense of humor is dry.
Here we go.
And what he says is stupid. Okay.
I'm offended.
It's just a little it doesn't make any sense. So that's why I didn't get it. I'm not stupid by any stretch of the imagination. But sometimes what he just did.
Who watches the Country Music Awards? Hardly anybody we know, probably.
But people watch it.
How many people who listen to our podcast?
I don't know, because I don't know everybody who listens to our podcast. I'd
be willing to bet dollars to donuts. 9 out of 10 people are watching the BET Awards right now.
Well, maybe. I'm sure if we went on, like, if I went on Twitter, people are probably talking about. I just don't. I don't watch it.
I made chicken noodle soup in a crock pot.
Yeah, we had chicken noodle soup. And you're right, Chauncey. I'm not stupid. I just don't get it because sometimes his sense of humor is not.
If you don't get it,
it's dry. From all that salt he be throwing for the flavor.
As I live and breathe. All right, well, let's wind this up.
Oh, no, Mike still got a question. Who cooks better?
Ooh.
Okay, so.
Consistently.
The question is, who cooks more? He's stronger, for sure. Have you seen his workout videos? But as far as, like, cooking better.
You might be stronger mentally.
That's for sure.
Who's funnier?
I'm funnier.
I don't know.
And I just told you he has a dry sense of humor.
Depends on who the audience is.
I'm funnier. I'm more spontaneous.
Who would sell more tickets if we did stand up?
Probably you, because first of all, I'm not going to get on stage. I have stage fright. I wouldn't do that. But
who's more spontaneous?
I'm more spontaneous. I have to talk him, like drag him into stuff. But he does, like, you know,
I'm getting better.
He is getting better. And once I get in, like, ask him about something, I can't get it out. Like, he's all in. Like, I don't really have to, like, do too much pushing or pulling. Like,
right.
Once he's in, he's in.
Yeah.
But back to the cooking thing. When we first moved in together, I told him, only because I don't like to cook. I can cook. I don't like to cook a lot. Like, I don't like to cook every day. And so when we moved in together, he was the cooker and I was the cleaner. But then, like, within the past 2 weeks, like, I've been doing a lot of cooking. I've been giving him a break.
And I've realized there's some things you don't like to clean.
I don't like to clean the shower.
You don't like to clean, like...
I don't like to do the laundry.
Yeah.
But I'll clean a kitchen. I'll clean the whole house. Like, I'll do, like, the sweeping and the mopping and the vacuuming and the dusting and all that stuff. But I do not like to clean a shower. And I don't like to fold laundry. I'll put the laundry...
You tell me my hands ain't made for this.
my hands are not made for the shower.
And my hands are, like, beat to hell. So I don't mind, like, bleach getting on them. Because it's like...
So you see these hands? And show yours. Yeah, he's got calluses and everything else. So he's down for all of that. I'm not down for all of that. And I don't like to do the laundry. I'll put it in the washer, I'll put it in the dryer, but I don't like folding it. That's just, it is what it is. We don't clock each other.
Clock?
But if Officer Marshall knows what that is, it means, like, you know, you keeping an eye out. He clocks me the most.
What?
Like, you know, when you be looking where I am on Find My Friends.
That's a lie.
That is not a lie.
That stemmed from me and you dating each other. And I was always like, oh, I wonder what Tiffany's doing over here, or over there, or... That's what that stems from. But now that we're married and living together...
You still look on Find My Friends, though.
Only time I look on Find My Friends... Get ready, this is going to be good. Only time I look for on Find My Friends is when I'm working out in the basement. And I'm like, oh, babe's going to be home in 10 minutes. Babe's going to be home in 5 minutes. And then I start peeking out the window. And then I'm like, oh, there she is. Oh,
he's so full of it. Ask him, does that make him come upstairs when I'm home? No, he's still working out.
That's real talk, Mike. That's real talk.
And more responsible, he's more responsible. That's why he got white people credit. Mm-hmm.
I'll get the job done.
Can't
nobody cover for me.
He's more responsible. I will give him that.
All right. It's been almost 40 minutes. We should go ahead and wind this up. Last question. Oh, Officer Marshall.
Any more questions?
Before you go, we'll maybe I'll make something individual with for Officer Marshall with the meal prep. Maybe we'll do a podcast on that. If you're looking for some meal prep tips. I've been in a meal prep. I've been balls deep in a meal prep game for a long time. And if you're looking for some tips on getting some food together, then hook you up with the Tupperware tips. Yeah, no problem, man. Then maybe I'll do that next podcast.
I think that's more of a video for YouTube.
I don't know what that means, but I'll get it out there to you.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Get happy.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, that's another thing. He thinks he is like the hood. He listens to music that I would never have even thought that he listens to.
That's it. That's how we're gonna close.
Don't be a smart ass.
I live my life.
Anyway, any other questions? Any other concerns? Any other? Thanks, Mike. He said good podcast. Oh, well, yeah. I went to Gwen Park too, and I don't listen to what he listens to. He needs to cut it out. Anyway, yeah, good topic for the most part.
For the most part,
because you had your moments today.
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anything else you'd like to say to the people?
No, I'm good. Appreciate you guys for sticking in there.
Yeah, for 40 minutes. Mike said this is the longest time he's been on a live.
We've never had a podcast this long. We've
never done a podcast this long. So this was special.
Whoever's listening to this, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Corey. Thank you.
I'm happy that people stuck in there and, hung out with us.
All right, let's wind this up.
All right, so next time, people, say bye, babe.
Bye-bye.
Now we got to turn all this stuff off.
I'm doing that to you.